Bounty hunting is a complicated profession. Guessing who the Mandalorian is could be an even more complicated profession. Hello, everyone. I'm James Rosile. This is the very second episode of Who is the Mandalorian? Who is the man beneath the Mandalorian armor? On the show The Mandalorian, coming to Disney Plus on November 12th. Less than 1 month away. We are going to get our very first live action Star Wars TV show. And every Tuesday from now, and last week until November 12th, we will be having these little videos here. And then we're going to end it with one big video, a nice round table of all of us discussing who we think the Mandalorian is. Who is in fact the Mandalorian? We have no clues. There have been rumors. Actually, if you remember, the first image of the Mandalorian we ever received was before they announced the casting of Pedro Pascal. It was before that. They were like, here's the Mandalorian, here's Pedro Pascal. So is Pedro Pascal in that wardrobe? I would think so, because there have been mentions of, he was wearing that and they're on set with him and yada yada. We know he'll be the voice of the Mandalorian for sure. We know that much. We don't know how much of the Mandalorian portrayal in that gear is actually him. I would say probably quite a bit, but we don't know. I mean, that first image came before it was announced that he was cast. Was he cast at that point? Probably. It'd be weird if he wasn't, but maybe. Who knows? Maybe they were debating on revealing who is under it. I don't know. It's like, who knows why? But that's the point of this. We're going to figure out who is the Mandalorian. Watch last week's episode if you haven't. Andrew Fantasia did a great job. I'm not even going to try to be half of the video that he was, because he's just crushed that one, knocked it out of the park. I'm just going to present to you the facts of which, I don't have any, but I'm going to try my best to come up with an idea of who the Mandalorian could be, and maybe why, maybe not even why, but we'll go into a few things right now. The first thing I want to talk about is the Razor Crest. That's his ship. The Razor Crest is his ship. If you go on Wikipedia, all it says on Wikipedia is the Razor Crest was designed by Lucasfilm, limited design veteran Doug Chiang. We all bow to Doug Chiang. He's brilliant. It was created as a practical model rather than computer-generated effect. We know that. We saw the John Knoll footage from Star Wars Celebration. If you have it, you should go to the Star Wars YouTube channel and check all that out. It's very fascinating. What else we know is it's like a repurposed Republic attack gunship of sorts. There might be other ships that models after. There are a lot of Mandalorian ships that are very similar. But for this video especially, I just want to talk about the Republic attack gunship that this could be, which is of course from the Revenge of the Sith, Clone Wars, all that era. I am a huge fan of this ship. I really do love this. Anyone that knows me knows that I love the prequels, of course, and I love the artistry and the imagery and all that in the prequels, and this was one of the ships that I really, really liked. So we look at that, we take that into account, that could be where this Razor Crest comes from. So how does someone of Mandalorian descent, or this Mandalorian character, get access to this ship? And that's where I started to think, excuse me, you think about this and that, and then you start to wonder, you start to look at the new Star Wars moving forward, right? With, the movie side of it, the Skywalker saga is about to end. Kevin Feige is about to come in. Maybe, Benioff and Weiss, maybe Rian Johnson, but realistically, we don't know what we are about to get. We don't know where the future lies on the silver screen, but right now we know on the small screen we've got Jon Favreau and his Mandalorian. Season 2 is already in the works. We also know that Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming into play, that series, and we know that Cassian Andor is coming into play. And you think about the way Marvel did the Netflix shows, and of course their cinematic universe, which I think everybody wants to emulate in some way, is their cinematic universe. So we look at that. Let's look at that. And you take that to the small screen, to the Disney Plus television. So you have The Mandalorian, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Cassian Andor. None of them connected as far as we know. Unless that's not the case. Obi-Wan Kenobi connected to The Mandalorian? I doubt it. By the time the show starts, Obi-Wan Kenobi will be long gone. His storyline really doesn't seem to fit in with what they're doing here. There might be aspects of it that they could sprinkle in, sure, but I just don't see that as a realistic. Like I said, I think that it would be really cool if there were little through lines. Like I said, with Solo, I kind of wish there was something with Boba Fett, where they start. Obviously, they're not doing the Boba Fett movie, but little through lines that kind of connect all these individual movies all along the way. So let's go back. The Mandalorian, Obi-Wan Kenobi, not going to connect. Cassian Andor. Can Cassian Andor connect to the Mandalorian? And this is where I want to this is the topic I want to bring up today. See what you guys think. Also, like and subscribe to the channel. That's also great. I should have said it off the top, but I didn't. And let me know who you guys think the Mandalorian is beneath the helmet, beneath the mask. Let me know who you think it is, because we don't know who it is, and these aren't really our speculations as to who they are. They're more ideas as to who they are, because we heard, I think it was Gina Carano said, somebody said, when you find out who he is, it will be a shock. And I've said on the show that maybe that shock is actually that he's associated with somebody in the show. But right now I'm going to say maybe the shock is he's associated with somebody from another Disney Plus show. And maybe the shock is a relationship to somebody who has been in this fight since they were 6 years old, Cassian Andor. What if the Mandalorian is in some way related to Cassian Andor? Since Andor has been in this fight since he was 6 years old, those attack ships that I was just talking about, the Republic attack gunship, they've probably been in his life in some capacity. Maybe one was, his father's or gifted to him, somebody's. Maybe one crashed and they took it. I don't know what his name would be. I'm not going to speculate on that. Bob Andor, maybe. But maybe he's related to Cassian Andor. And then all of a sudden you have this show, and he took up a life of bounty hunting, after, the last remnants of his family has been killed, which was Cassian Andor. Or maybe something happened with his family where Cassian Andor went one direction and he went into this life of bounty hunting in another one. And now these shows are connected. It's kind of weird. I don't know if that's something that Jon Favreau would do. Filoni, perhaps, but Jon Favreau, I don't think so. We're going to be talking about this for many, many weeks. So there are not many, many weeks, only a few more weeks, but there are other characters for us to discuss. I just think that if you're going to have this connected cinematic or Disney Plus universe, this is a way to start. It's a way to say these are all separate shows, but small pieces. Other than just the title Star Wars, there are pieces of these series that connect, that do make a difference. I don't know. I don't even know if I like it, to be honest, but it's an idea. It's a thought out there. Is the Mandalorian related to Cassian Andor? Cassian Andor, he's not Mandalorian. As far as I can tell, there's no information on his background, really. A lot happened in Mandalore. When he was 6 years old, a lot was still happening on Mandalore. It's just an idea. Probably a terrible one. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. A thumbs down if you didn't like it. Whatever. I hope you did, though. I really hope you did. If you do give a thumbs down, let me know why. Let us know why you give a thumbs down. So if you just don't like the idea and you give a thumbs down to the idea, fair enough. Whatever. Like I said, I probably don't like it either. It's just out there. It's something I thought about. Ways to connect it. Cassian Andor, The Mandalorian, related. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And until next time, may the force of others be with you.
Hey scumbags, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.